Welcome back to the channel, everybody.
Hello.
We are here for some Rainbow High. It has been it is. Ugh. It has been a while. But we have Iris Bow. And you requested it. Hi, Sin. All right, so here we have Iris Bow. We're going to play with...
we send our letters to. Thanks for the test.
I
got problems now.
But this doll is so pretty. I don't mind the task.
Well, the doll's pretty.
I don't mind the task at all. So here we're looking at the new series of Rainbow High dolls. It's different than my older series of Rainbow High dolls, but I want to compare because, oh my, she's pretty. And I love her hair and her clothes. And here we go. But we are gifted with a resin task. I'm not going to use sunlight. I'm going to cheat. I do have a UV light, so we're going to set this in 5 minutes or less. And we're going to build ourselves, it looks like a handbag. All right, everybody. Are you ready? Let's meet Iris Bow.
We'll take her out.
I need scissors. Scissors! Can you give her a snip for me? I like to keep the boxes nice.
All right.
These claw paws, they're here to destroy. That's not true. I just...
This is how you play. This is how you play destroy.
Oh, such a good song. I love Poppy. All right, here we go. There's a lot of instructions here. I feel like there's a lot of warnings. Warning! Warning! This is a resin toy. So if you've never played with resin before, like... Okay, so I have a lot of Miniverse, which is also a resin toy.
I played with a raisin before.
Why is your dress on backwards again?
It's not. But anyway, listen to my story. Okay. I played with a raisin before.
A raisin?
Yeah.
And how was that?
Interesting.
Okay, why?
That's my story.
That's it?
I don't know anything else.
Why was it interesting? What happened?
Have you ever played with a raisin?
Where did you find a raisin?
In a box.
But
labeled Sun-Made.
We don't have that here. Like, we most definitely don't do raisins here. Mainly because
they're gross.
I just think they're icky. Like, I want to eat a grape, not a raisin. To each their own. If you love raisins, that's fine.
I heard there's 2 scoops of raisins in Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
When's the last time you ate Raisin Bran?
Never.
Huh.
But I hear things.
Well, with those ears.
There's 2 scoops. Wait, what? What does that mean?
I love them.
Thank you.
They look really nice.
I heard what you meant.
I don't know what you're saying. I can't even get this doll. I snipped everything.
He has big ears.
I snipped this and I still can't get her out of the box.
I don't think you snipped her.
I did. Hold on. Oh, she's attached at the back of the head. Oh.
Cotton crew?
No, she's got like attachments behind her noggin.
This is what happens when Brian opens everything.
And her hair is like in the box.
Hit that pause button, Brian.
Yes, please. All right, this toy is a project. So I'm going to start with the doll, which is the piece that I'm interested in. So I'm going to push the project to the side for now. Because honestly, I'm intimidated by all of those pieces. And I make a lot of things, but... Okay. When I buy a fashion doll, I'm going to be honest. I don't want the project. I just want the doll in a great outfit. Like, that's really all I'm looking for is nice brushable hair, a great outfit, a fun doll. I don't need a resin project. If I want a resin project, I'll buy a resin project toy, like Miniverse. All right, but here is Iris Bow, and oh my gosh. She is gorgeous. I have not seen a Rainbow High doll this pretty in a really long time.
Look at her little, like, multicolored
Look at all this shimmer she has on her eyes.
Feel these, though. It's textured.
It's always textured. So Iris is sporting some dark brown natural hair in here. And then she has this vivid rainbow that goes on the top, and she's got, like, a mini space bun, which is so cute. Space bun pigtails. And then on the bottom, she also gets that bright rainbow color. It is so pretty, and it is curly. It is... some fantastic hair.
Super soft.
It is really nice. It does have a little bit of product in it, and since it has all of this curl, it is non-brushable hair. Don't brush this. You're just going to make a big old mess. But I gotta say, this is some fancy hair, and I absolutely love it. Like, right out of the box, I love it. I don't even need to restyle it. Just, if you're going to give this to a little, be aware that this is going to get tangled into everything in the toy box. And then all over everything else. This is the kind of hair that you can't brush. It just kind of gets stuck. But it is so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. All right, Iris has... I love her rainbow hair. It's so nice. She has this beautiful dark skin tone with those bright rainbow colors. And I gotta say, all the colors together fabulous. Like, she is just beautiful. She has a rainbow shimmer on her eyelid to match her rainbow hair. So she has all colors of the rainbow there. She gets purple, blue, yellow, pink into red all the way up. And then she gets a shimmer like all the way up past her cat eye. It is so nice and looks so bright. She gets the rooted eyelashes like rainbow high dolls tend to have. She has a two-tone lip, so she goes from a berry to a coral, and it's so pretty. Then she gets a lovely rainbow sequin top, and look at that shimmer. Oh my.
Those are sequins. That's
it's
fun.
so nice.
That is fun.
Now, the one thing I'm missing on this is like an actual zip up like our old school rainbow high would have. However, I'm going to accept it because it's nice. It is well made and it looks so good. Like the colors, the sequins, the shimmer. It does have a full Velcro closure in the back, so I'm going to accept it. Is it the full zip up I'm used to? No. But I still like it, so I'm not going to complain. She gets a slightly asymmetrical white skirt. Whoa. In a geometric print.
With actual zipper teeth.
All of the faux leather has this stitched rainbow geometric print on it. Mm-hmm. And it's a really nice contrast of textures. So it's kind of like this shiny faux patent leather. And then all of the bumpiness from a nice classic embroidery stitch. It's a dual layer. And she does have a faux zipper on the bottom here with gold teeth. Look at that. And it's 2 layered of embroidered goodness. It looks nice. And she also gets this little belt up here. It's a faux belt. It's not what we're used to closure-wise for Rainbow High. Normally it'd be like all working zippers and closures. But I don't really care. It still looks really nice. So this time we are getting the Velcro closures instead of like the buckle closures and all of that we're used to. But it still looks great. Like, it really does look nice.
It does.
I'm not complaining. She's a gorgeous doll.
Are you talking about my knee pads?
What?
No.
No.
Looks like she's wearing knee pads.
That's a rounded knee peg. Bum, bum, bum. Look at that kick.
Nice.
She has some
giant gummy galoshes.
Half-size rainbow jelly boots with rainbow buckles. And those are all colors of the rainbow. So we go from red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple buckles.
Are those better than moon boots?
Look at that. I don't think so.
That's right. Napoleon.
I don't think anything can top a classic moon boot.
My lips hurt real bad.
Go see the school nurse. She's got like 10 sticks of
sticks.
chapstick in her drawer.
I use those, you sicko.
You're gonna use hers, you sicko. Oh my gosh, I love Kip. But I gotta say, this Iris is beautiful. I really yes. Like okay, let's talk articulation. She's still a Rainbow High doll, right? Okay. She can say no.
Articulation.
Here we go. Sorry, her
elbows.
I'm so sorry. Her hair is stuck on her hand. It's okay. It happens. It does, Iris. It happens to the best of us. She can say no. I sure can. Can you say yes? No. Well, I mean, like a little. You can force my head, but it's not a full rounded peg.
She's supposed to shake her head no, and then she can't say yes.
She can.
It's confusing.
It's a slight nod, kind of like an Emilio, like a nod, like a tiny nod. But it's not a full rounded neck peg like we have seen in the past. So it's just a super tiny nod. But I mean, you can force it if you want to. Just be careful.
Just don't.
Hold on, I removed my camera.
Whoa.
Close enough for Jess. Okay.
Nope.
No. Okay.
There you go.
Make him fix it. Arm goes up. Arm goes out. Okay. Arm goes back down. Iris, help me out. I don't really want to put my arm down right now, ma'am. Sorry. Elbow bends. Hi, guys. Thank you, Iris. No wrist articulation on this one. Iris can stand up straight, and Iris can bend down and up and down and up. Okay, how can you kick, ma'am? Let's see.
With her feet?
Leg goes up. Does your leg go out? It's hindered a bit by my skirt. Hold on, let me try something off camera.
Did you see how her boots have treads, though?
Yeah!
Whoa.
I can do that. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, but your leg still doesn't really go out as far as we're used to. It does that, but then her other one bends, so it looks more dramatic than it really is, okay? But if we stand up, that's as far as she can go. So, again, in the past, Rainbow High dolls have kicked a little bit more, but, whatever. And the knee bend. Oh, nice. I can sit in all chairs like this. Well, Iris, not
that's
like
exactly
that.
How I sit in chairs. Well done. Is she cat?
Maybe. She's beautiful.
She's like 98%.
Okay, hold on. Oh, yes.
Cartilage.
She can absolutely sit in chairs. 90-degree knee bend on that one. Perfect. No ankle, no wrist on this generation of Rainbow High dolls.
Did you take the boots off to check the ankle?
I know there's no ankle. Would you like me to?
Yes.
Would you like me to?
You don't know.
I do know.
You don't know.
I do know.
Do know.
I can't get the boots off. They're like,
do know.
These boots do
like,
not
I
want to
do
come
know.
off. Hold on.
Hey, scissors. I'm like, where are you from? He's like, Juno. I'm like, Juno's from Juno.
Right.
I love it.
I think I may need a shoehorn. Do those still exist?
Yes.
I think you should have worn socks with your boots, ma'am, because like these are stuck on your foot.
Oh, that's a good question. When's the last time you used a shoehorn?
I don't know, but I think it's a really funny word. Does that count?
It's not even a horn.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
a trumpet. Any which ways. I had a bunch of shoehorns because my grandpa had a shoe
Tim, your grandpa had a shoe store?
store.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Wow.
Whoa.
My shoe was really stuck on. I am not Cinderella. It's okay, ma'am. You're never going to lose one of these boots. Okay, that was really, really wedged on there. Please be careful of knee joints if you're trying to remove the boot. That did not want to come off.
It's got some nice toes, though.
She does have lovely dedos los pies. Lovely. But no ankle articulation. So she is a shiny, a little bit of a clickier
Fancy.
doll.
And fancy.
But she has some fantastic articulation. And in all honesty, I don't even care about her articulation.
You just like the hair.
I don't care about her articulation. I don't care about anything. Between like her outfit, which I love her outfit. Her shoes are super fun. Her hair, absolutely gorgeous. Like,
Is this from Scissors?
no, it happens when you take dolls out of the box. Sometimes they're stray
okay.
pieces. That's nobody's fault. Nobody's fault. Everybody's fine.
Thank you.
It wasn't you, Scissors. I think that this doll is gorgeous. Iris Bow, to me, is worth the price. I love her hair. I love her outfit. Like, her outfit, to me, is so fun. Such a good outfit.
Is it worth the price with the tasks?
No.
And you're like, no, I'm not going to pay
No.
for the tasks. Can I
No.
just have the doll? And they're like, no. Have the
I'm going to
task.
be
And they're like,
honest.
I'm
gonna be
The
honest.
tasks. And they're like, resin? And
Yeah.
they're like, raisins. And you're like, that doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't
And
even
then
make
you're
it better. It
then
doesn't
you
make...
remember Joel played with a raisin.
But which one's worse, resin or raisin?
Resin.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I would have much preferred... So this doll is $24.99 MSRP. You can buy her in varying sales.
It's pronounced Smurp.
Thanks. Maserp. Your Maserp is $24.99 for her. For that, I would rather have had just even like an extra skirt, extra shirt,
Or a skirt.
extra shoes. I don't care. An extra anything else except for a project.
Yeah.
Because with my fashion dolls, I don't really want a project. Now, I understand that that's a love it or leave it. Like, some people absolutely love that their dolls have a project, and that's great. I'm glad that you found one that's for you. But for me, I would rather have extra toys for my doll that I don't have to make because...
Joel, who wants an extra project?
I know.
Like,
Well, my
just
problem
give me the
is-
doll if I want it. If I want a project, put it in the craft section.
Right.
Not the toy section, the craft section.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I do agree
Make
with that
stuff
to
for
an
your,
extent.
Rainbow dolls.
Well, for me, when you have, like, okay, I'm an avid crafter. I make lots and lots of things. Even my resin toys don't turn out perfect.
What?
So for me, it's a little disheartening when I have this beautiful fashion doll who's, like, perfectly made, and then I give her something that's subpar because I had to do it and it wasn't factory made.
I would have just paid more for a checklist.
Yeah, for me, I
task.
do not like these. I don't like homemade crafts with my beautiful fashion dolls. I want something that is made professionally. I want something that looks gorgeous, and I just don't trust myself to do that. But Iris does come with these glasses, and we get a resin mold so I can make a frame for them. Okay. And I really like that these have lenses. That is pretty fantastic. Normally, they're just a frame, but I really like that the glasses do have lenses. But without the extra piece around them, they look a little weird. Okay? I do get a ring for me, so I can make a resin stone. Iris gets a pair of headphones, which you can put resin on if you want to, but I don't really think you have to. I think if you just put them this way, it's fine. And I really like this gem print they have going on the gold and on the red here. There is
Outrageous.
perfect. There is a little indent here if you want to make the resin like
Dance?
star kind of headbandy piece and put it on here.
I do.
But if you just put it on backwards, I don't think you need it. We get earrings that are hollow unless we put the little resin rainbows in them. This is the piece for the headband where we put resin in there. And then I get a purse that from this side looks great. And from this side, it's hollow because a resin piece goes in the mold. And again, why didn't you just make me a purse?
Yeah.
And here is the other earring for the rainbow. And here are all of my molds. Okay, so my issue with this, again, is just I want it to look nice. And it never really does when you make it yourself. My other issue, she also comes with a comb and pick.
Oh, all right. Let me comb my hair.
No.
Oh.
Don't comb that. It comes with sandpaper.
All right, let me sandpaper her hair.
Which is officially rainbow high sandpaper. Okay.
Ooh, official.
100% grit. I think you mean 00, but okay. So this is to file your resin.
00.
Ooh. This is...
It's like that Justin Bieber
insurance
song. The monkey song.
So this is to file your resin pieces when they're not perfect. To file them. And then they give you this, which your pieces should fit into, so that they fit into your molds.
I don't want to do this.
This is not my thing. But for the sake of video purposes, here's my resin. And I'm going to do it. So.
It's just not. Like, okay, doll, it's amazing.
So, okay. Yeah. Doll, beautiful. Okay. In my opinion, beautiful fashion dolls do not mix with craft projects. You don't put this resin anywhere near your doll. But if you're a little, you're going to. Because you're little.
True. Have you ever been in an art class and saw a beautiful fashion model? Nope.
Again, this is, to me, ridiculous. If you've never played with resin before, you're in for a fun surprise.
Hooray.
You need good ventilation, eye protection, hand protection, ideally a UV light because the sun setting doesn't always work. Remember that Miniverse recall?
Emergency contacts.
You need an alcohol-based remover like acetone or nail polish remover in case you get it on your hands or a surface because that's the only way to pick that up. So many warnings. So there is so many warnings. Read this so many warnings sheet if you've never played with resin before. Here is your warning. Read it. Read it. I'm doing this so you might stop and look at what I'm doing. Read it. There's a lot of warnings with resin. Resin can be very, very dangerous. Resin is not for kids. Resin needs a big person. You need an adult.
There's a reason that raisins are better than resin.
Yeah, I'm just saying you need an adult for resin. Please, please, please go get your adult. Yes. All right, I'm going to...
Really?
I'm going to open this. And I'm going to do some resin projects.
Okay.
I'll be right back. All right, so here we go. Fun with resin. I took the top off and I'm back to my squeezy bottle. Also, if you don't have an adult and you're a kid, get one, all right? Here we go. Here's a mold. It is made out of silicone. Also, don't get this on your hands. It's almost impossible to take off. And just don't, okay? You need a safe surface, something that you don't mind throwing away if you get this on, or a way to specially clean it. I'm not under...
This is my favorite wood, though.
Yeah, I'm not under-emphasizing the dangers of resin. Seriously.
Wood.
Get an adult. Read the instructions. Follow the rules. Resin is a mess and gross.
It's worse than glitter.
This is my purse. I am now filling it with resin. I'm going to try my darndest.
This is my purse. This is my other purse.
To get it to where it needs to be. Resin can be fun set in a couple of different ways. One is by the sun. A simple UV, aka sun, ultraviolet light, can set that. Brian, can you hold up that flashlight for me? Miniverse does sell its own official resin flashlight, which does it does a decent job. It'll cut your drying time, maybe about in half, maybe in a quarter, depending on how thick your resin is. So this one says to fill it halfway, and then I'm going to stick it under the light, and then I'm going to fill it the rest of the way. So that is about halfway. I have successfully not gotten it on my hands.
Well done. And surprising.
I'm going to take this. Now, I'm going to cheat. If you are a fan of resin toys, That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
My way is this. If you go to the nail section, you can buy this great little nail UV light. Ready? That is a million times brighter. Just give it a second. Did you unplug it?
All done. No.
There we go. That little UV light is going to set it substantially faster than the sun will. So it's going to set this in it's going to set this in 3 to 5 minutes, and then it can go on the next step. So if you're a big fan of like these resin toys, UV light is fine. You can stick them right in there. It'll cook for 15 seconds, turn off, and just turn it back on again. You can get more powerful flashlights, but this is the cheapest way that I have found to do this.
I paid not recognizing you put stuff in?
No, it'll turn off after 15 seconds so you don't accidentally burn your skin because it's for nails.
Oh.
But this one is for nails. I paid $3 for it. So this is the cheapest way I found for my toys to just make them nice. So now it's been in for 30 seconds and it's going to keep on cooking. We'll be back.
Nothing says loving like an easy bake oven.
Oh my gosh, an easy bake oven would be great.
Are we making brownies?
No, we're making a rainbow purse.
What?
Hold on, I need to put my timer on.
Is that edible?
No. Yeah. So I've resined everything. I'm still waiting for my rainbow to set. It's been a couple of minutes. I think I'm going to give it one more minute just to make sure there's a hard cure on there. My room smells terrible because of the resin. I'm going to have to open a window. Thank you. It's 40 degrees outside, which I understand. This MGA Miniverse flashlight does a great job, but it's still going to take you about 5 minutes to cure with this. There you go. Like I said, if you do a lot of resin toys like Miniverse and things like that, I definitely recommend getting a nail setter. Mm-hmm. You don't have to touch anything, and I can go on to other projects while that's curing.
You don't have to hold a lamp.
You don't have to hold anything. It's like very convenient. But I still don't like resin toys, so there you go. I mean, I love resin. I love Miniverse because of the detail, but this one I'm not loving. It's just, it feels like resin just for the sake of resin being trendy, not for adding anything to my toy. But we'll see how it comes out in the end. Right. One more round and it should be ready to set for round 2. All right, so I'm still cooking some accessories over there. My ring did come out. I popped it out of the mold, and there it is. It has an R and H on it, and it is clear resin that looks like a gem. I'm going to be honest. I love the doll. I hate the task. Like, this is not for... Resin toys are not for me. I love some resin toys, but I don't actually like them put together. I like them as separate pieces. I don't like resin toys.
Why don't you just be super honest? We've been doing this, like, and cooking these things for, like, an hour.
It's not been an hour.
And it's gross. And you're like, Brian, you didn't do that right. And it's like, I tried.
Yeah,
like, I could have washed my hands 14 times.
Whoops. See, my problem is, like, you have this resin ring that you made this stone for, but the stone falls out. So as soon as you bump it, it kind of pops out of the ring itself because it's just set in there. My other problem is I don't want the task of having to put them back into the mold and sand them down. Like, this is too much of a task for me. I just don't want to spend this much time doing this.
Even though it's officially sponsored Rainbow High Sandpaper?
Yeah, even though it's Rainbow Sandpaper. Like, even this needs to be sanded down, and frankly, I'm not going to do it. Like, that's too much. It was too much. The resin, to me, is more scary than fun.
Yeah.
There are too many warnings, and I just don't like that many warnings with my toys. Now, I do understand.
Be honest. We've washed our hands so many times because we thought we got resin everywhere, and we did. And then we washed our hands,
it was everywhere.
And then we got it on that table, and we're like,
of course, that drips.
Did
it
we
drips.
touch this? Let's go wash our hands some more.
My problem with this one...
The whole task was just washing hands.
My problem with this one is this is for ages, I believe, 8 and up.
Really?
I believe it was 8 and up on the box.
So
I'm looking for the official age before I completely...
They can all craft better than I can.
So I love the dolls. The dolls to me are beautiful, and I would say buy it just for the doll and the outfit and throw the resin part away.
Well, and as an added bonus, the headphones still work without the resin.
Yeah.
The glasses still have lenses without the resin.
Exactly. It's completely playable without the resin. You just turn the bag that way, and then you get a bag, right? Your doll can hold a little bag. The resin just adds like a third dimension to this side. So it doesn't even really make sense to me. To me, it just feels like this added task that didn't need to be there and this added danger that didn't need to be there. This is for ages 8 and up, but in all honesty... you really need to supervise your 8-year-old with this one because it's a dangerous toy.
How old's Brian? You need to supervise him.
So my glasses...
Stop sticking your hands in your mouth if you touch that.
Yeah, my glasses are done cooking. There they are.
Finally?
Yeah, they're done cooking. Their resin always remains a little bit tacky, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Is this done?
Like, I like it for some things. I just don't like it for this. This, I'm gonna need to sand down all the sides, even though it was perfectly in the mold, in order to get them in the glasses. And I just don't feel like it adds anything.
No.
For the amount
tracks.
For the amount of work and ickness that resin is.
But no, it kind of tracks. Because like, look at these glasses. They're amazing. You put the weird gummy?
Yeah, I love resin for certain things, just not for a fashion doll and their accessories. I personally love the doll and hate the project. I hate everything about this.
Yeah, no. Rainbow High, no tasks.
Like if I want a resin toy, I'm gonna buy a resin toy. If I want a fashion doll, I'm gonna buy a fashion doll. I most certainly don't want the two together because if you put resin in this hair, now you have to throw out the doll. No.
Resin, like,
yeah, no. Hands. I do not like this at all.
I'm out.
Absolutely hate it. I'm gonna keep the headphones. I'm gonna keep the bag.
Sunglasses.
I'm gonna put stones in the earrings. And I'm gonna throw
all the resin stuff.
I'm gonna keep the glasses, and all this stuff I'm just gonna throw away. All the resin stuff I'm throwing away. I don't want it in my house.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's my honest review.
The doll, A+.
Yes,
gorgeous.
She is lovely.
Her hair's amazing.
A+ for the doll. Absolutely.
The task,
F-. Yeah, I hate it a lot.
F-U.
So unfortunately, this one gets a C for me because the task, the creative crystals for me were an F, and the doll was an A. So I'm going to average that as a C. So I'm going to say if you can get this doll for $12 or less, that's half price. $12 or less. I'm going to say it's 100% worth it because she is beautiful. And throw the rest of this crap away. And that's all I got. No, that's dangerous. Don't go in there.
I'm trying to get a tan.
No, not in there. And that's all I have. So if you're enjoying this Rainbow High content, definitely buy Iris Bow, but throw this project away. This is horrible.
And make sure you comb her hair.
No, and I don't like
Why
this.
Why she come with a comb then?
I need to burn the set.
Okay,
so that's all I have. That was Rainbow High Iris. Iris is beautiful. The task is horrible. And you have a lovely day. Thanks for watching.
How many times did you pause and be like, we need to get rid of this?
Scissors, end the video. I need to wash my hands again. This is gross.
We've washed your hands 19 times.
Dude, end the video.
It's magic to pause.
End it.
But people need to know.
End it.
It's pop-up videos.
I'm out of here.
Naomi is leaving.
I can't take this resin anymore. I hate it.
Wash your hands for the 30th time.